Friendships, a very nice concept. It's so interesting how people can relate that they move from strangers to acquaintances, from acquaintances to friends, from friends to sisters, brothers, and the likes, and probably become family members. Such an amazing relationship. But have you ever had to cut off friendships because of one thing or the other? Hmm. Well, I have had to cut off friendships before. Not necessarily because I set out to cut off those friendships. Now I understand that there are some friendships which, one has to purposefully cut off from. While there are some others that just, go south because of the passage of time or values don't align or things don't just add up. Or probably the other party finds some other friends who, they are more jovial with and, prefer or something. It just depends. Another thing is the passage of time and either of the party not putting in as much effort as the other into the so called friendship. Now, I understand that it's important to have friends and it's important to have friendships. It's also important that those friendships are healthy. They are not one-sided. They are not parasitic. Mm? Because I believe relationships should be symbiotic, even beyond friendships. So I have had to cut off friendships for different reasons, and to be honest, some were really, really painful that I just knew that that's it. A particular one I've had to cut off is because of broken trust. When someone breaks your trust, it's hard to come back from. And I just had to do it for my sanity. Okay? Imagine having someone who you have known to be a friend and all, and then the person all of a sudden breaks your trust. That's really, hard to deal with sometimes. Yes, I will forgive. I have forgiven. But you see that friendship, it can never be the same again. Now, some friendships just go sour because of the passage of time. And to be honest, there is no need to force it. If it's not working, it's not working. Yes, you put in your effort, yeah, but if it refuses to be glued together and stay together, then it's okay to let it go. You don't have to put pressure on yourself to keep it together. No, it's okay to let it go. You will get to build better friendships. You get to meet other people. Okay? So, if I'm being honest, I'm not really big on making friends, to be honest. In fact, previously, I used to be the kind of person that can sit beside someone and for 5 hours, if we sit together, I won't even talk to you. I won't even know your name. That's it. But I had to learn and, change that in 2018. I made a decision that I am going to begin to, launch out, like reach out to people, like try to at least say hello to someone, try to make new friends. Do you understand? Or new acquaintances, because I rarely call people friends. For me, you're an acquaintance until you meet my criteria for being a friend. That's me, right? So I had to launch out basically to just get to meet new people, not just be on my own in my own world and all of that. Even if I really enjoy that sometimes, and I still do that, but at least get to meet people and know them, know what they like, and all of that. So it's okay not to put pressure on yourself. You can take it one step at a time. Okay, friendship is not all in all, but it's also nice to have someone who can totally relate with you and who you can trust. Do you understand? It's totally nice. But like I said, you don't have to put so much pressure on yourself. You don't get validation from friends. You don't get validation from people. Okay? So it's all right. Take your time, choose your friends, ensure your values align. Very important. Ensure your values align. Ensure that it is not a parasitic relationship. Yes, you may not be able to match what the other person is doing 100%, but make sure that you're making a contribution to sustaining that relationship. Because whatever you do not feed will not grow, okay? And it's only a matter of time if one person is the one just pouring into that relationship. It's only a matter of time before that person gets tired, before that person gets exhausted and just lets it go, okay? So ensure your values align and ensure you're not putting pressure on yourself. If it's not working, it's not working, and it's okay to let it go.